Coffee time. Phallic object in my face. Coffee time. Phallic object. Oh, hi! I forgot. I didn't even know I was recording. Hey, how you all doing? Sorry about that little diddly. I was singing to myself. I have a Liliana of the Vale coffee cup here. And I want to talk to you about, well, it's coffee time for Cobra, obviously, because it's Monday. Today I will not be, well, I will be streaming, but it will be very sporadic. What I mean by that is it's just turned 1 o'clock now, 1ish, yeah, it's 1:20. So from 2 till 4, or maybe even 5, I will be live over on Twitch once this video drops. Now, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be talking to you guys about tanks. Tanks for the memories. And I'm going to be talking about tanks from a perspective of from 3D printed miniatures. Hello, this is a Chimera tank based loosely on the PT-76 from the Soviets. This is for Warhammer 40,000. This is a proxy that a customer has ordered because his Imperial Guard army is short a few Chimeras. So I'm printing literally another one right now as we speak. Well, this one's right here. This was a pain in the rear to get off of its supports. Dear God, I overly engineered the supports for this bastard. It took me about 10-15 minutes. Not gonna lie. It took me 10-15 minutes just to get this some bitch off the damn bed. So I'm gonna bung these in the Cura. So give me a second, guys. 1 minute, please. Alright. So while that's in my homemade resin Cura, I'm going to talk to you guys. So tanks. I'm going to talk to you guys about, you know, what I'm doing streaming wise, what games I'm streaming, and why I'm choosing not to stream other games. In particular, people keep asking me, why do I not go back to War Thunder, seeing how technically that's what blew up my channel, thanks to DDG. Thank you, DDG. But the reason why, and it's a big reason why I don't play War Thunder anymore, is it's become too saturated. And that's the truth. There's too many, in my opinion, much better commentators and content creators out there that make War Thunder content much better than I do. And I stopped making enlisted content because the numbers were not there. It was just that the numbers were not there. People were watching my shorts. They're shorts. People have the attention span of a fucking mosquito. But unfortunately, the long form content, like my weapons reviews, my map reviews, there just weren't the numbers there. There just wasn't. And so that's why I just didn't bother making content. And I don't stream enlisted as much as I want to, or wanted to. In fact, I've walked away from the game so much that I cancelled my subscription and a few other things, and now I'm just solely focusing on 2 games in question, one of which is Warframe, and no, I won't be streaming that either. Again, that game is saturated with content creators that are so much better than me at the game. They understand the mechanics of the game so much more better, so much more easier. I just focus on playing and having fun and dicking around and helping low levels get things done, like completing certain star charts and doing my sorties and just chilling and just coasting, you know what I mean? Working out, finding weird interactions with certain arcanes and certain frames and stuff. Like my muscle mummy Hydrolon, she's still going strong. Uriel, I've tweaked him a little bit more, and he's actually a little bit more effective at grouping and AoEs and a few other things due to his summons, as well as his my builds on my Sentinels. I'm working on mowers, a mower build to go with him right now. So yeah, that's all I'm doing, is I'm just coming up with not OP, like one ability nukes the entire room and the game's on easy mode. I could do that. I could do that with Siren. I could do that with Amber. I could do that with mag. I could do that with so many frames. That's not what I'm interested in doing. And I get it. That's ultimately what the game is trying to push players towards nowadays. But that's not me. I don't want to do that. I want to play and have fun and explore the maps, explore the missions. This is why I favoured open worlds. When they introduced Warframe 1999, I assumed it was going to be an open world. It's not. It's not an open world, which fucking sucks. There's no ands, no ifs or buts about it. It fucking sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so that's Warframe. Now, let me talk about World of Tanks. I am heavily invested in the World of Tanks right now. Both time and monetarily. The reason why I am invested into World of Tanks right now is because I'm truthfully finding niche tanks and having fun with said niche tanks. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I am finding very, 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 very niche tanks like the VK4502A. Here, I'll show you. Like this little bugger right here. And I'm genuinely having fun with this thing. I honestly just mistook it for an ugly Tiger II. But it's not. It actually plays more closely to a medium tank, just with a slower firing gun. And it's a fun tank. I'm going to say that again. This is a fun tank. And I'm enjoying it, and I've got the majority of the research done. I'm just currently working out to grind out the VK4502B. This one's going to be a right royal pain in my derriere. I know it is, because it's a side scraper, and there's not a lot of maps in World of Tanks that's designed for side scraping. There just isn't, which means I'm going to have to unblock Paris. I'm going to have to unblock certain maps that are city maps primarily. Mines is permanently staying banned. I'm sorry. Until Wargaming admits that they fucked up on mines, I'm not touching mines ever again. Don't ask for it. Don't request it. I don't care how much you donate to my channel. I don't care how much you donate to me on Twitch. I don't give a shit. I will not play mines ever again. It is permanently banned in all my game modes. Period. Banned. Don't ask. Thank you. So, I do enjoy the oddball tanks, like the VK45, like the Mountain Everyone's like, but the Mountain is shit. It's too slow. It doesn't do... No, this tank is a thinker's tank. You got to understand, the slower the tank, the more you have to think, the more you have to react. Okay? You have to think reactively. Granted, you don't have the speed to be reactive, so you can't. So if you start down here and everyone's over here, but you're up here, you can't just teleport straight down to there. So you got to pull back a little bit, find a spot where you know you're going to get good coverage in both directions, and hold out and da-da. I've done that so many times in tanks like the Mountain in the VK, and we turned the tide. We've won the battle, and it was amazing. It was fun. It was epic. I cried. It was amazing. And again, this tank, this VK, is done. I'm working on getting the field mods started now. Unfortunately, there's only 3 field mods, which I think is an absolute fucking disgrace. But that's neither here nor there. Again, oh, it's tier 8. What'd you expect? Yeah, okay, tier 8's to see tier 10s. Fuck you. Fuck you, Wargaming. Fuck you. Okay? Just fuck you. Your matchmaker is an absolute fucking disgrace. It's a joke. Okay, I'm sorry. Stop dicking around. Oh, light tanks only get to see this. Artillery only get to see... No. Neg 1, +1, or tanks. Matchmaker fixed. You're welcome. Mathematically, it works. Ask ChatGPT, because you seem to be using ChatGPT or Gronk or whatever fucking AI you're using to make your current maps and your current tanks. It'll fucking tell you. Mathematically, +1, neg 1 in a matchmaker like World of Tanks is perfect. Because guess what? They use it in World of Warships. You've got the fucking mechanic. It's right there. Same as adding bots to your match. You won't do that either. Why? You can do it in World of Warships. In World of Warships, you can click random battles, and then there's a little checkbox, players PvE or PvP. And yes, a lot of players, a lot of new players, I honestly feel should play a minimum of 100 PvE matches before they go into PvP. and you would see overnight your 15-0 matches end. You would solve your problem just with that simple fucking thing. You would just solve your 15-0 problems doing that. You would solve it, but you won't do that because that's too easy. You want to overcomplicate things to make it look like you're smart. You're not smart. You're an idiot. Whoever's designing your matchmaker is an idiot. Whoever's designing your maps are an idiot. They need to get off ChatGPT. They need to get off Gronk. They need to get off whatever fucking AI they're using. Oh, we're using historical. No, you're not using historical pictures. You're not using historical pictures. Okay, where's Stalingrad? Oh. Yeah, no Stalingrad, huh? What about... Oh, exactly. You don't want me to start naming Russian cities that were bum rushed by the Germans. No, because that makes Russia look bad, right? But Russia, you shut up your mouth. No, you shut up your mouth. You shut up your mouth. The only thing that truly beat the Germans was Mother Nature. Stone cold facts, motherfucker, and it's showing. Ukraine is kicking your ass. Shut up. Shut up. Now, apart from that rant, let's get back to this. So, I do have quite a myriad collection of odd, fun tanks. And they are fun to me. They're fun to me. So, let me explain. The Lapex Kanza. This thing is not a light tank. It's a sniper masquerading as a light tank. This is why I'm going to be retrofitting this tank to just get rid of all the scouting stuff and not bother trying to hunt light tanks and just hunt tank destroyers instead with it. That's the truth. That's what I'm going to do. I got another one, Hawk 12. This thing looks like it belongs in World War II, not Cold War era. It just doesn't look right. And you'd think with the gun being at the rear and the slope being as it is, it could crest the hill. No, this thing gets like no fucking gun depression. It gets like 6 degrees, I think. I think it's 6 degrees. Is it 6? Or it's either 6 or it gets like no gun depression. Oh, apparently it gets 10 degrees gun depression. Doesn't fucking feel like 10 degrees. What? When you swing the turret back and aim downwards like that? Maybe, but not from the front. From the front, it gets maybe 6, if that. PT-76s, Soviet era PT-76s get better gun depression than this fucking thing. Okay? There's no way this gun frontally gets 10 degrees gun depression with 1.5 inches. There's just no way. Unless this mantlet cuts into the engine deck, which it can't. So that 10 degrees of gun depression is literally aiming it out the back, not the front. You're welcome. So anyway, that's bullshit. What else is a weird tank? There you go. This is another weird tank. The Astron Rex. This thing is a piece of fucking shit. And that's putting it nicely. This thing is the autoloader variant. Why put in 2 separate premium tanks of the same fucking thing when all you need to do is add in a piece of... you can literally just... I can fix your issue right now. You click this, go to research, under guns, give us the option to pick either the single shotgun or the autoloader. Problem solved. Again, you're over fucking thinking shit. You're over fucking thinking shit. Here's another one. Where is it? Where's my ugly duckling? Here you go. The Gonzalo. Okay? Want to fix this Gonzalo issue? From people to determine whether you're the single shot or the autoloader? Because you're identical. So guess what? How can you visually be identical when it's an entire different gun mechanic inside the fucking turret? Visually, you would not be the same. So guess what? Have an option right there. You can either go with the 120 single shot or you can go with the auto loader. Problem solved. So instead of adding an entirely new tank with more bullshit mechanics, you can quite literally just add another gun. And don't give me no shit about how you don't buff or nerf gold tanks. You do. You fucking nerf the Super Pershing. I was there when you fuckers offered a full refund because you nerfed the Super Pershing so fucking bad. In the opposite direction, you were offering a full monetary refund. Look it up, people. Stop panhandling this delusion that Wargaming do not modify gold tanks. They fucking do. Just stop drinking the poisoned Kool-Aid. Stop for a second and you use fucking DuckDuckGo, use Ask Jeeves, use Google, use whatever, use 2 cups and a fucking string. Doesn't fucking matter. Do a little bit of research. I was there. I was living in America at the time. I had just bought the Super Pershing, brand new, brand spanking fucking new. And I was playing games, blocking fucking BL-10 shots. Yeah, BL-10s weren't doing shit to me because my spaced armor was doing its fucking job. And then all of a sudden, Suka, Suka, Suka. All the fucking Russian players were crying in the forums. Yes, when Wargaming had forums, they were crying in the fucking forums saying, why can I not pen Super Pershing? Super Pershing OP. Blah, 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 blah. So that's literally what they were doing. Just fucking crying their eyes out. So what does Wargaming do? They nerf the fucking space armor on the Super Pershing to the point where it's non-existent. It doesn't have fucking space armor anymore. It wasn't even modeled correctly afterwards. And guess what? They realized they had fucked up but couldn't touch the goddamn tank until the next patch season, which was what, 3-4 months? And all of a sudden, all the fucking sales for the Super Pershing dried up. In fact, people were doing chargebacks because they wanted their fucking money back because they didn't get what they fucking paid for. So Wargaming said, fuck it, we're just going to remove it for a couple of weeks and we're just going to offer everyone fucking refunds. Because that's exactly what they fucking did. I even got the fucking email saying, would you like a full refund on the purchase price of your Super Pershing? It will be removed from your account. And I said, oh, hell no. And the reason why I said that is because I know they fucked up. Okay? Right here. Super Pershing. You can now purchase it, but guess what? If you just pull up Super, you know what? Here, let's do this real time, shall we? Let's do this real time. I am gonna pull up a Brave search engine because I'm not stupid. Always use Brave. Never use, any other shit. Ba 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 ba. And I'm even gonna go sources. Wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. My bad. Yeah, that's what I want. Why is it not showing? Bruh. Alright. Apparently it's not showing, so let me try this again. Can I please remove that? Oh, what is going on today? Nothing but technical issues. Here we go. Boom. Right. So, these are the patch notes, right? This goes back to October, And of course, it won't let you go back any further than that. At least I don't think it will. But if we go back, update history, here we go. On World of Tanks' own website, we can go all the way back. 7.2. Let's see. Tank models, game mechanics. That's the French. This is after the French was added. So they've tweaked a few tiers around. Change of experience required for virtual vehicle research. You can literally look this up. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull up my chat GPT real quick. Let me go here. How many times has Wargaming patched the Super T8 gold tank in the US branch. Okay. I'm tanking. Short answer, the Super Pershing is significantly patched 5 major times since release. With several there you go. So, major nerf. What did I just fucking say? Major nerf, including global refunds. So don't give me no shit that Wargaming don't touch gold tanks. You fucking do. Oh, look. Congratulations. You played yourself. It's right fucking there. Go ahead. Patch on it, rebalance, HD model, armor rework. I was there for the initial 2013. I was right there. Right fucking there. And I've still got my Super Pershing. I never gave it up. Never sold it, never traded it, never nothing. I worked the problem. So don't give me no shit, right? I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't give me no shit that Wargaming don't mod or patch or tweak or do anything to their gold fucking tanks, because they do. Don't talk out your fucking ass. You need a shit because your eyes are brown. Stop chatting shit. Okay? Come with fucking receipts. It's right here in black and white. Right here in black and goddamn white. Right fucking here. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't fucking ever lie to me. Ever again, Wargaming. Because you're telling your fucking community contributors, oh no, they don't modify gold tanks. Bitch, yes they do. It's right fucking there in black and white. I was there. In the motherfucking trenches. When you did this shit. My memory is not fucking that bad yet. Yours apparently is. Why? Because you fired 90% of your old staff. Hired on some bullshit fucking kids straight out of fucking university dropout with fucking gender studies degrees. Oh, is this tank male or female or transgender? Who the fuck cares? It's a tank. Don't fucking lie to me. Don't ever fucking lie to me. You're busted. Right there. Busted. One simple question. How many times has Wargaming patched the Super Pershing Tier 8 gold tank in the US Tech Tree branch? Didn't pick a server. So you can't say, oh, that's America only, or that's EU only, or that's Russia only, or that's China only. Can't do that shit. Nope. No. That's not what the question is. The question is, how many times has that tank specifically been patched specifically? Bloop. Right there. Five motherfucking times. 5. I remember from 8.6 and 8.8. The 8.8 was so badly needed because it was a tier 8 gun that had a tier 8 medium that had sub 200 fucking millimeters of penetration, when on paper the Super Pershing's gun had over 250 millimeters of penetration on its base AP round in real life. Wargaming goes, oh, Suka, we fucked up. Our foreskin got caught in tail. Stop fucking the cash register then. So you tweaked it and gave us an extra 10 millimeters of penetration for balance reasons, because you knew that you literally shat on your entire player base. And literally, players were doing fucking credit, was quite literally doing cash fucking refunds, was literally going to their credit card company, going to their banks, going to whatever, saying this was a fraudulent charge. I want, because you was not offering what they bought. That's called fraud. And if I remember correctly, there was a class action lawsuit. I'm not sure if it got settled out of court or anything, but clearly something happened with it, because lo and fucking behold, quite literally in the same year you rebalance it and you try to fix it. You don't get it, do you? So to all the players out there that keep saying Wargaming do not touch mod, patch, nerf, buff, anything that they can't, they legally can't, they can. It is a digital product. Read the EULA. The EULA even turns around and says that Wargaming at any time can take or add or remove or extract or modify anything that belongs to them, because the IP belongs to them. The tank's model and whatnot belongs to the respective country, branch, and manufacturer, i.e. Rheinmetall, Porsche, Borsig, whatever. And they're either on loan or their IP's rented. So you got to understand, when you make a tank game, if you're adding an actual tank that fucking exists, you can't just rip the fucking model or build the model from scratch and not give props to the actual fucking Grumman or Daniel Defense or whoever fucking builds the goddamn thing. Same as weapons. This is why games like Escape from Tarkov don't have the HK417. The FN that doesn't have the FAMAS. Sorry, doesn't have the FAMAS. It doesn't have the L86. It doesn't have any other basic decent European fucking rifle, because they can't get that. They can't get the IP rights, the intellectual property rights. So you got to understand, when Wargaming fucks with the tank so bad that it will forever undermine how people think of that tank. It affects their intellectual property of that vehicle. So by rights, the US Army, Grumman Defense, or whoever it was that built the fucking Super Pershing, can actually sue Wargaming if they existed still, because Wargaming fucked up that bad. So they can remove the BZ-176. They just choose not to. You know what? Hey, let's check. In all of the EULA in Wargaming, it comes to World of Tanks. Can they remove tanks and or replace them with another? So it's now going to scan the EULA. Yes, under Wargaming's World of Tanks EULA, they absolutely can remove, change, and or replace tanks, including premium tanks you paid for. Here's a straight no-nonsense breakdown, and based on their own legal terms and how they've applied them historically. What the EULA allows in plain English, you do not own your tanks. Under Wargaming's EULA, you are buying a license to use a digital content, not ownership of the tank itself legally. Tanks, gold, credits, items are virtual goods. They remain Wargaming's property. They can be changed and removed at any time. Oh, they can nerf they can nerf, buff, or redesign tanks as they see fit, change armor models, gun stats, matchmaking, rebalance premiums, redesign HD models. They can also remove tanks from sale. Tanks become removed from sale, become rare or event only, moved to collector's status, pulled or balanced for licensing reasons. What did I just fucking say? Licensing reasons. If you own it, you usually keep access, but it can still be changed. Can they completely remove your tank? Remove a tank you own? Technically, yes. Legally, the EULA gives them that power. Practice, very rare. Replace with different tanks, offer gold compensation, convert it to a different version, or move it to a legacy/collector's category. Consoles have seen outright removal replacements more than the PC. Import for the UK/EU players. Because you're in the UK/EU, consumer protection laws give you slightly more leverage, but Wargaming still structures purchases as licenses. Courts have generally sided with publishers. You still don't truly own digital tanks. Wargaming can legally nerf, rework, replace, or even remove premium tanks, even if you paid for it. Why this matters in old school World of Tanks truth. This is exactly what veterans bring up. Super Pershing nerf, Type 59 matchmaker changes, FCM 50T power creep, premium being balanced years later. EULA is written to protect Wargaming, not the player. So, yes, Wargaming can remove the BZ-176. They choose not to. Yes, Wargaming can modify premium tanks. They choose not to. Wargaming can lower the reload of the T-34, because guess what? Even with a fucking bare minimally trained crew, the T-34 American heavy prototype could still fire a shell every 8 seconds. Not 14, Wargaming, with 2 loaders. Fuck you. But they won't do that, because that puts the T-34 into damn near tier 8, past tier 8 category, into tier 9, possibly tier 10. But they won't do that. They won't do that. Why? Why won't you do that, Wargaming? Why won't you give certain tanks their historical reload rate? Like, it's a known fact that a Sherman tank could reload its fucking 76mm gun in less than 2 seconds. And you had the reload historically correct. And then you rebalanced the game, and all of a sudden the reload went up, shot up to like 5.5 seconds. Then you went, oh fuck, we went too far this way. Bring it back down. And so even with a maxed out crew, with full on bonded, geared, and everything else, my reload is 3.3 seconds, nowhere near close to what it used to be. But, you know, hey, that's a different fucking story, right? So not only have I proved, with it beyond a shadow of a doubt, using your own fucking EULA, that you can do this shit, like matchmaker balances, but you choose not to do it. Why? We need to know why. Don't give us no shit about, oh, we're saving money, it's cost effective with shares, blah, blah. You know what? How about I start buying shares in Wargaming? How about we as players stop buying gold tanks, buy shares in your shit company, and enforce the main CEO out? Bring back all the old original crew, and we literally, it'd be a player-owned game. So every time a premium tank is sold, those who have stocks get a little kickback, etc., etc., etc. So that way the players could then vote what tanks, what branch lines, etc., etc. come back. Here's another thing. Why is it the Waffenträger E100 was removed? Yeah, let's ask, you know. Why was the WTE E100 TD removed and replaced with really 15? Because fundamentally broke the game balance. Wargaming finally admitted they could not fix it without destroying what made the Waffenträger E100. Here's the proper veterans, and it breaks it down, okay? Had game-breaking burst damage, dumped 4,500 damage in one magazine, deleted tier 10 heavies like the Mao Z100, IS-7 at full HP, ends the game in one clip. No other tier 10 tank destroyer could swing match that hard. Wargaming stated intentionally through community managers, but it created unfair, non-interactive gameplay. Gee, I wonder what other tanks do that. Ares, sorry. Ares, oh, one sec. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I had Wargaming's dick down my throat there for a second. So the fact that you also nerfed it, replaced it with a gritty 15, which is shit, and then re-added it, right there, it says, comes back as a PvE event known as Waffenträger Legacy, where balance doesn't matter. If you want, you can, yeah, I've got those, okay? Right. So why did Wargaming add it back as a gold tank costing over $1 million gold? Let's see what Yuki my AI says. Now bear in mind, this is my home AI. It's using a chat GPT interface, but it's actually running off of a PC over there and a PC over there. So this is my own AI. It's scraping the internet as we speak. Right here. It's pure cash grab. Even a non-biased AI just shit on you, Wargaming, for exactly what it was. It was a fucking cash grab. That thousands of them sold in minutes, hundreds of millions of gold removed from the economy, massive real money gold purchases. Wargaming basically monetized nostalgia whilst whale spending. This is widely converted community sites and creators. It's no longer the original broken monster. It isn't. Heavily nerfed compared to the 2016 Waffenträger E100. Do you have any idea how fucking close I was to unlocking that son of a bitch? I was like maybe a day away from unlocking that son of a bitch on my North American account. And then you fuckers took it away and broke my fucking heart. Deliver different gun handling, different reload behavior, tuned for event/collector status. It's still dangerous, but not the same delete a mouse in 10 seconds monster that got removed. It gives Wargaming a legal and balanced cover. It's not the same tank. You don't get it, do you? Extreme scarcity limits meta damage. FOMO nostalgia guaranteed sales. Exactly. Yeah, they didn't bring it back because it was healthy for the game. They brought it back because it prints money, it triggers nostalgia, it's controlled via scarcity, and it's legally safe for you to do so. Same playbook they did with the Type 59 re-release, the black market / auction house tanks, the Chieftain style rarity, and the assembly shop FOMO tanks. You know you're doggone fucked up, Wargaming, okay? You know you're doggone fucked up, Wargaming, when my own fucking AI, alright? An unbiased AI, by the way, that's using a ChatGPT interface. And no, it's not using Gronk or anything else. All the data I've collected is scraped from Reddit and a few other Reddit, Wikipedia, Reddit, and other open sources that allow me to download their CSV data. So none of the data I've collected is illegal. I've not gone to the dark web and got an uncensored AI. My AI is still pseudo-censored. It's uncensored for certain things like my work that I do, which is cybersecurity, and other things it is censored for. Now, the point I'm trying to make, Wargaming, okay, now this is specifically going out to you, okay? I respect your hustle. I do. I respect your hustle. And I'm not calling you out because I'm mad. I'm not calling you out because you fucked me over. I'm not calling you out because you chat banned me. Which, by the way, I'm not even sure if I'm still chat banned. I think I'm still chat banned. I'm not calling any of that out. I'm not. Let me just double check. Okay, go back. Yeah. Oh, see, I can talk now because I'm not chat banned anymore. Okay, that's not what I'm calling you out on. What I'm calling you out on is your hypocrisy. You know for a fact that when you added the BZ-176, you didn't test it. There's so many tanks that have been added lately to the game that you just haven't tested, and you don't care. Whoever's head of your research department, they don't care. They don't care. Slowly but surely, you're losing player base. And that's the truth. I hate to say it. Slowly but surely, you are losing players. Yeah, you had a big bump at Christmas for the Christmas event and the whole free tier 10. What you're not getting is when you added that, hey, go straight to from tier 6 to tier 10 in a tech tree line, was you fucked over. Yes, you're helping the tier 10 players who have been there forever and have billions of credits and billions of gold and billions of EXP, namely your CCs, yeah? But what you haven't taken into account is those players who do not know how to play the game and are now literally pushed into the deep end with fucking hammerhead sharks and great whites and megalodons, and you've covered them in barbecue sauce and you've told them, geek, yes, geek. And so they've got their tier 10, they're driving around, gone, they're dead. What's the first thing they're going to do? Are they going to hang around and play your game, or are they just going to go Alt F4 and go back to Minecraft, or go back to Hello Kitty Online, or go back to a different game? That's my point. You're not getting it. I understand that you did that to help boost the higher tier players, because no one's really playing past tier 6 much anymore. People have realized that tier 6 is tiers 5 and 6 are the sweet spot for the matchmaker, because your fucking matchmaker is stupid. Seriously, just try this. -1, +1, all classes. Arty, light, medium, heavy, tank destroyer. Just try that. Just try that. So tier 8s see tier 9s and tier 7s. Tier 7s see tier 8s and tier 6s, and so on and so forth and so on and so forth. Okay? Just try that. Yes, you go, well, tier 10s are only going to see tier 11s. No, they'll also see tier 9s. Well, tier 11s are only going to see tier 10s. As they should. Think about it. What's going to encourage people to want to play tier 11s and to play tier 10s and to move up from tier 8s, tier 9s into tier 10s and tier 11s, other than you get a little bing, you get a little badge that says, congratulations, you've just unlocked a tier 10 tank. Don't mean shit. Think about it. Think. What is going to encourage those players to move up? Knowing that the matchmaker is going to be fair and balanced to them. Same as the EOC Even 90. You know that the Evil 90, as I've nicknamed it, you know that the Evil 90 needs to be nerfed. But you won't. You won't nerf its camo. I say keep the camo, nerf the view range. Or buff the view range, nerf the camo. There has to be a balance factor. I have the Evil 90. Okay? I have it. Full friggin' disclosure. I have the dirty son of a bitch. It's right goddamn here. Okay? And if I was to show you my stats, bear in mind, this crew is not maxed out yet. Alright? This crew is nowhere near maxed out yet. Alright? Almost 500 meters view range and over 53% camo. And that's balanced to you. And that's on one build. If I go to my secondary build, which, by the way, why is there not an option here to switch builds? Okay, if I go to this build, yeah, 495 view range, 460. See, that is a more balanced between the two. That is a more balance between the two. The first build, absolutely not. The first build is broken as shit. This one is broken as shit. And look, my crew aren't even... Yeah, my commander, way the fuck up there. Because that's the only crew member that matters. You're not going to be shooting. Realistically, you're not going to be shooting. Driver's not exactly going to be going anywhere either. So these guys' skills don't mean shit. It's your commander you got to work on. And that's hashtag facts. This tank, you know, Wargaming is broken. The BZ-76. You know that tank's broken. Why does it see tier 6s? There is not a single tier 6. Heavy, tank destroyer, you name it. There's not one that can stand up to the BZ-76. Not one. That tank should not be able to see tier 6. Period. It just shouldn't. It should not be allowed to see tier 6. You know, I know, everyone knows that. Even the BZ-76 players know that tank is broken. The amount of times I've physically spoken to BZ-76 players, and they've all said that they feel fucking disgusted when they play that tank. But they only play it because they want to win. Because you focused everything on winning and not on teamwork. Oh, but you get EXP and credits for tracking an enemy tank. Okay, great, but have you not added new tanks in the game that have a double track mechanic? And a gun that never reloads? With no ammo rack? Oh, fuck. Yeah. Your left hand and your right hand do not know what the fuck they are doing. It's a problem between the ears. You need to fix that. Now, I've only been giving you ideas on how to make this game even remotely fun to play anymore. And again, work on your fucking maps, bruh. And I mean that with the utmost disrespect. Mines is never leaving my ban list. Ever. Mines is never leaving my ban list, ever. El Haluf is about to join my ban list for good. I don't know why there's two Ensks. There should just be one now. Get rid of the old Ensk. Keep the new Ensk. Again, my issue, okay, is maps where 40% of the fucking map you can't even touch. You can't even use. Case in point, Abbey. There is quite literally 30% plus of the map you can't even fucking use. So the map isn't this big anymore, is it? It's literally, it's not that big anymore. You're not getting it. Okay, here's another one. Fucking Lakeville. That's not a lake, that's a pond. Lakes are running water. There is no inlet or outlet in Lakeville. Therefore, it should be called Pondville. And again, 30% of that map is not usable. Himmelsdorf. Might as well not even be in the game anymore. Okay. Mountain Line. Again, 30% of that map's not playable. Live Oaks. 20% of that map's not playable. I'll keep going, shall I? Wide Park. I don't ever see Wide Park anymore because I don't fucking play low tier anymore, which is good. I'm glad you put Wide Park for low tiers only. Okay, I am. Okay, Westernfield. Again, good map, good idea, poorly executed. Tundra. Again, poorly executed. There you go. Serene Coast. A good 30-40% of that map. Even more, I would say damn near 50% of that map is not playable. Oyster Bay, again, you ripped that off of another game. I'm not going to say their name. You flat out fucking ripped that from another fucking game. Yeah? And even then, a good 50% of that map is not playable. Ruinberg, again, a good fucking 30% of that map's not playable. Should I keep going? Shall I keep going? Mountain Pass. I would say damn near 70% of that map is not playable. Am I asking for a flat open map? Absolutely not. I'm not asking for fucking Kampanovka. Okay, I'm not asking for Muravanka. I'm not asking for freaking Redshire. I'm not asking for I'm not asking for Prokofka. I'm not asking for any of those. What I'm asking you is to use your fucking brain. Okay? If you're an arty player and you're constantly getting maps like Ruinberg, Paris, Paris, Ensk, Berlin, Himmelsdorf, Highway, why would you play artillery? Why would you play the game? Again, people are like, oh, there's other tank classes. Yeah, okay. But let's add a little caveat to that, shall we, Wargaming? I know several veterans that are missing limbs due to IEDs. Okay, one of them is a very good friend of mine. His name's Gary. Okay, Gary Cook. Good guy. Or Cookie for short. Good guy. Lost his entire right arm from here down. IED. Shrapnel literally severed his arm. Used to love playing World of Tanks. Used to love playing heavy tanks in particular. When he lost his arm, couldn't play. Broke his heart. So I said to him, why don't you start playing artillery? You can use your keyboard to move. You know, once you've found a little spot, go to your arty view mode and just beep, 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 beep. And he goes, have you actually tried looking at the maps? Realistically, have you tried looking at the maps? A good 60% of the maps are not arty friendly. It's like they added artillery to solve a problem and then realized that there's no way to counter the problem that countered another problem. They're just building, they're just making more problems for themselves. So what they've decided to do is add more maps to make it not fun to play artillery anymore. And then this is why other players like light tanks and medium tanks, when they've got missions where it's like kill 3 artillery in a game or whatever, and there's no fucking arty in 10 plus games because no one's playing artillery anymore, Wargaming have again caused another problem for themselves. It's genuinely, you do not know what's going on in your own fucking office, in your own fucking game. This is a true fucking passionate love letter from me, a genuine player, a genuine alpha player. To you, I'm begging you, please take everything I've said with honesty and sincerity, because I'm being honest, and I am sorry that I used curse words. I am sorry that I mocked Russia or whatever, doing silly accents. I get that, but you got to understand where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a place of love. I genuinely used to love playing World of Tanks, and I mean this wholeheartedly, 10 toes down, the whole of my chest. I used to absolutely love playing World of Tanks. But now it's more of just a chore. There's no fun in this game anymore. Even when I tried to make fun by making howitzer Cromwells or whatever, you guys removed the howitzer. Why? Because you don't want your players having fun playing your game? Does that make sense? Please make that make sense. You can't. Because everything I've said is true. You're not making any sense. I get it. It costs money to run servers and all that other fun stuff, but you've got other IPs that are helping prop up your game. World of Warships is doing good, that I know of. World of Warplanes should just shut World of Warplanes down. Cut that finger off to save your hand. No one I know plays World of Warplanes. I don't even see anyone streaming World of Warplanes. I truthfully would just say, shut down World of Warplanes, call it end. You know, the sun's getting real low on World of Warplanes. You keep shutting down servers and merging servers to save money. Why? What for? The CW project that went nowhere? That, as far as I know, has gone nowhere. You've shut down your mech combat game because you tried to be Armored Core. You tried to be freaking a mech warrior. And you couldn't even do that correctly. You couldn't even enforce your own fucking rules in your own game. I know, I played it. I played 16 versus a 1v1, 16 of us all. And I watched people making groups and not attacking each other. And wolf packing, clearing out other people. And then it was like, oh, well, you won the last round. I'll just kill me and then you can win this. They were literally taking turns, handing each other wins. That's not fair. And you make it so convoluted to report people, yet it's amazing how I get automatically flagged because I called someone a knob. I'm sorry, but if you're playing like a knob, I'm going to call you. I'm going to call it out. You're a knob. Don't be a knob. You've got, for crying out loud, you've got freaking battle passes. Like, when was the last RoboCop movie? This is a nostalgia fucking cash grab. I'm sorry, but it is. He's dead, in real life. This poor bastard's dead. He was in NCIS. He's dead. He died of cancer. He's dead. I think he's... I know. Is he alive or is he dead? I'm not sure. I know he's alive because he was recently in the Netflix show The List. He played one of the villains, got shot in the head. I know he's alive. Paul Weller. I know he's alive because he's been doing Screamers and a few other movie reboots. I'm not sure about her. I think she's still alive. But the point is, this was from 1986. We're in 2026. What has RoboCop got to do with World of Tanks? What has Ninja Turtles got to do with World of Tanks? G.I. Joe, yeah, I get it. Why? Because they have tanks in G.I. Joe. I get that. What's next? Mask? Dino Riders? Jason the Wheeler Warriors? Bots Masters? Yeah, I'm going that, but what about Captain Planet? Captain Planet, he's a retard. Seriously, what's next? Smurfs? Fraggle Rock? Down the Fraggle Rock. Seriously, make just stick to what like the Hyperion story arc. Loved it, fucking loved it. I played the shit out of the Hyperion game mode. I loved it. Me and my friends, some of my friends even re-downloaded World of Tanks just to play the fucking Hyperion game mode with me. Do you have any idea how fucking cool that was? Having some of my old clan mates from old farts with guns show up. And now you're adding RoboCop and Ninja Turtles and all these other collabs that just make Rambo. No, that was more helicopters than tanks. If you think about it, the hind and the bow and it's like you're purposely just throwing out fillers. I mean, seriously, what's next? Stranger Things? Oh God, no. Oh, I could see something like Pacific Rim being a battle pass for like World of Warships or Godzilla, or something along those lines. King Kong even. I can see stuff like that because giant movies, giant monsters attacking ships, or even from the movie Battleship. Where they was all on battleships and attacking the aliens, Liam Neeson, Rihanna. That I could see. Battleship Yamato. That would be a good freaking battle pass to have on World of Warships. They make sense. What the hell does RoboCop got to do with tanks? And this is the classic RoboCop. This isn't even the newer RoboCop. You're not getting it, are you? What's next? Altered Carbon? Your battle passes are making no fucking sense. I'm sorry, they're not. And the battle pass tank is just not. Look at this thing. It's a silver dildo, for fuck's sake. Oh, but it looks like RoboCop from the front. Yeah, with fucking Mickey Mouse ears. You purposely chose the most dumbest fucking tier 9 tank in the lineup, didn't you? Wouldn't it have made sense for you to have made this an Ares tank? Think about it, okay? Wouldn't it have made sense if instead of it being this thing, you made it this thing? And made it look like Ed 209 or something and call it the ED 8509 or something. Why? Because Ed 209 was RoboCop's main villain in the first movie, which is what you've based that around. And then here's another thing, okay? Why is it you've got the most two useless goons out the entire movie? And the one cop that barely had like one scene. Wouldn't it make sense to have Clarence Thomas in here? If you don't know who Clarence Thomas was the guy with the glasses, had the shotgun, and blew his arm off. Wouldn't it have made... Oh, that's right, you couldn't get his intellectual property because he said no to you. Yeah, he already made a public statement about that, saying no, you're not allowed to use his face. Yeah, I do my research. This whole video proves I do my research and not just asking ChatGPT. It's called Google and various other things. And even asking the guy directly through his website, through an email. I could show you, but I'm not going to. And that's my whole point. You're adding battle passes that make no sense. There's no cohesive flow. Like, what happened to the story mode? We were told that you were going to be adding more PvE story modes. Where's the fucking story modes? Like, right here, if I go here, yeah, we were told that, yeah, you can do the topography stuff. yeah, which is actually a really good way to make credits. I'm not gonna lie. If you're really new to the game and you really want to learn the maps, do the topography. Trust me, just do the topography. You get credits, you get a few other things and whatnot. It's really good. But there you go. There's the stories, right? So we got these. Okay, that's done. So we've got these, yeah. But what do we get out of it? Once the story's done, we get nothing. And you can't run boosters because boosters aren't effective here. Like, it would make sense if like, case in point, when you go to your when you go to your campaigns, why don't you add a campaign, yeah, where you have to do the topography, where you have to do the single player campaigns to unlock a certain thing for like the chimera or for the whatever it is. That way players get to learn, like the Stug, okay? This one was so easy. I did this in like a week. Now, the one that really took my time on the North on the North American side, the T28 was easy to do. The one that's taken me forever to do, ironically, is actually this T55. Like I said, I've got like 14 or 15 on all of these. It's like the very last missions are a real pain in the ass. But my point still stands. Why don't you just make it a little simple campaign, 1 day campaign? Go in here, do the topography, do these, and you get this tank. It would be really good for new players because they're learning the maps, they're learning mechanics, they're learning things but no, you're not new player friendly, and that's why your game is dying, because you have no new player friendly things. Like why can't we fight against bots? You can do it in World of Warships, so why can't we do it here? Like if I click on random battle, like right here, have a little option that says PvE or PvP. If we click PvE, we get to fight bots and you know, players versus bots, and our credits are reduced. You know, you can do it so that players aren't power leveling their credits or not power leveling their EXP, stuff like that. You could easily do that. Easily do that. Or bring back the training, the actual you got the training rooms here, but these aren't nothing. These aren't anything because it still costs you credits and EXP. It's like you're in there, you're in a tier 10 tank and you're trying to figure out what equipment works best. So you're already you've bought all this equipment, It's your first tier 10 tank. You want to understand how it works. You go into a match, you fire a couple of shells, you leave, and it's going to cost you 200,000 credits. You're like, why the fuck is this just cost me 200k? I'm training. Training shouldn't cost you anything. And it's another thing. Why is it that you are not... You will limit light tanks in platoons because light tanks are just apparently too game breaking, but you won't limit Ares tanks. A platoon of 3 Ares 75s, I watched them eat tier 8, tier 9 heavies for breakfast. Because one would pop out, when he gets near the heat, the other one will pop out, and the third one, So by the time the third one's overheat and the first one's already cooled down, and he rinse and repeats. They kept one fucking heavy tank permatracked. All 2,100 and something hit points. Gone. And you know what? They used fucking HE to do it because your HE shell mechanics on that tank is broken. Yeah. Anyway, video's been going on for far too long. Coffee's done. Video's done. Catch y'all later. And Wargaming, please, just listen to what I said.